Hi, my name is Alex Roth, and today I'll be talking about processors in modern game development. I'll explain why today's processors, the brain of the computer, are so numerous, and how game developers use them, and if they're worth all the trouble to adapt to multi-core programming. So, why multi-core processors? Isn't one processor more than enough? Well, after several attempts to create faster and better processors, hardware developers decided to take a shortcut and just stuff two computer cores next to each other. This really isn't a bad thing when you think about it. Picture an old woman knitting as a computer core. Wouldn't that quilt get done faster if she had an extra hand with that? And with great power comes amazing rewards. With two processors working in unison, computers multitask like never before. Each computer core distributes work amongst each other, becoming a force to be reckoned with. This couldn't have happened if it wasn't for the threads that the programmers use to knit the work together. And in all seriousness, programmers do utilize things known as threads to keep their programs efficient and synchronous. Simply put, threads are intersections programmers use to stop work in a program so that they can throw it into a core that is ready to receive it and process it. Still sound confusing? Well, programmers multi-threading can be a lot of work and a real hassle. Threads act like wild children crashing into each other and destroying your progress when you least expect it. If left unchecked, crashes could occur randomly in a game, and developers will never know until the game is launched. With this new way of coding on top of their existing work, some applications need to be built from the ground up with threading in mind. Otherwise, the program will only be a fragment of its true potential, even if it's a risky path to take. Programmers need to run at their peak potential for their client, and they need to make their programs run as fast too, especially in the video game world. To do so, developers link special tasks such as artificial intelligence to things like threads to weave them together into the cores, creating faster speeds. For example, an AI bot needs to find the path to the human player. This would be handled by threads going into one core, while the player's controls and movements would be handled with other threads in another core. This allows the computer to work on so much more processes and so many more things in their workload, all in unison. With this in mind, developers and their companies are pushing for multi-threading to keep their games looking and feeling like next-gen games. Faster frames, better reaction times, and less loading screens means threading and multi-core are totally worth the extra effort and are here to stay. As the years go by, expect more computers with more cores and threading behind the scenes. As much of a hassle as they can be, multi-core computers are a bright and promising addition to game development. In conclusion, game developers will be using multi-core in hopes that their game will go into the future. With the usage of threads, each processor can reach its max potential. As hard as it is to program with threads, the rewards definitely outweigh all the trouble they can cause.